Hello guys, we are KoCo Couple, and today, first of all, we are really sorry we haven't posted anything in so long. It has been a little bit difficult time lately for us, so I have been feeling a little bit homesick. So we have been thinking about Colombia and like remembering how was the experience when we went together years ago. So this video is going to be about things I like or like.
I was really surprised when we visited Colombia.
I think it's interesting because in Korea, many people, like especially Koreans, when I met them, I'm the first Colombian person they ever met, so they don't really know much about my country. Hope you guys like this video.
So one of the things I was really shocked, I was really surprised when we visited Colombia was, many big cities in Colombia are located in such a high altitude. Like over 3,000, over 2,000 meters. 2,000 meters. So I was really shocked how people in Colombia, they start building like such a big cities in such a high altitude. I kept asking myself why
asking yourself? No, asking myself.
I ask you too, but
all the time.
I was trying to figure.
I remember since he put like this food in Colombia, and then he was, how is this possible? How is this possible? How you guys build a city like this? I remember it was so interesting. And when he went to my city, he's like really
yeah. As soon as we got off from the plane, literally I felt like I was surrounded by the mountain. I had to ask you, why?
Why? He kept asking me why, but for me it's like I was born there, so for me it's like that's what I'm used to, right? But for him, being such a high altitude and seeing the houses and the buildings and everything there, he was so shocked.
If you live in Korea, when you go outside of Seoul, you see a lot of tunnel and a lot of mountain, but you cannot compare in Colombia. I was like, all the road is like crazy. Literally, you cannot compare, really.
Yeah, I know.
The cab was like broken down. The cab was stopped.
Oh yeah, because my city, Manizales, is like a lot of hills, like really
up and down all the time, like really dizzy,
Yeah, so a lot of exercise, and yeah, that's true.
It's like amazing to see
how they build.
The scale of the mountain. I don't know. I never felt.
We are in the top of the mountain, right?
But I never felt amazed by looking at mountain, in my entire life. Really, that the scale of the mountain, it blew my mind. 진짜. Looking down the mountain, but you can see the end. It's like it's gigantic.
Because we have in Colombia, we have how is it in English? Cordillera de los Andes.
Andes?
Cordillera.
Andes,
so that explains why we have like such a crazy mountain. But I really like this aspect about Colombia because even though we don't have seasons, we have like different altitudes. So in Spanish it's pisos térmicos. So you can have all kind of weather in the country, in different cities, right? My city is like autumn weather, like 12-16 degrees, the top 20 I think degrees. But then you go to the next city, you go like 1 hour away and you have like 25 degrees, almost 30 degrees. So it's really cool because if you are tired of like raining and cold weather, you can just take a plane any time of the year and you're gonna be in the coast and Caribbean weather. So I really like that about Colombia.
After I stayed in Colombia a couple of days, I started realizing, especially the place I stayed.
Bogota?
Bogota and Manizales. The weather wasn't really hot and cold, so it was like perfect weather to live there. And I felt like, wow, that was really wise to build the buildings and cities in that area, right? And also, if you want to go to travel in Korea, you have to wait another season, right? If you want to have summer vacation, you want to go to pool and the ocean, you have to wait until the summer. But in Colombia, we went out like a couple of hours away from the city, her hometown, and we suddenly the weather got really warm and nice, so we just summer vacation all of a sudden. So it was like amazing. Second thing, I was really surprised when we went to Colombia. I felt like I was the only Asian there, so I got a lot of attention from people.
Yes.
And actually they were really nice. They were really curious about me and Korea, so they asked me a lot of questions, a lot of different questions. And they knew about, you know, Korean War. Colombia also participated in Korean War as well. So yeah, it was really fun and interesting to talk with all the people.
Yeah, you got a lot of attention. People always want to take pictures with him.
Oh, and it was really surprising and interesting. We went to many attractions, right? Somehow people wanted to take pictures with me somehow. So I don't know why. But
and I was waiting for him. I was like waiting for him to take pictures with people, and then
I don't know. Maybe I'm the only Asian there.
They have ever met.
Yeah, they ever met. So at the beginning I was really shy. So I was like, I mean, okay, something like that. But then maybe at the end I was like, okay, take pictures.
Yeah, you really enjoy it. Colombian people they are friendly, I think. Most of them, I feel like they are welcoming and friendly, especially in small towns. Yeah, I think that's something a lot of foreigners and visitors comment, and you feel welcome.
Yeah, I felt really welcomed. Yeah, they're really nice people. And actually, one more funny story we have with her cousin. We all went to like one of the most famous clubs. It's clubs or
bar, club.
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah, we were drinking, and actually there's a stage, people like dancing, and I was new in Colombia, so I was really
having a lot
of fun, and so I was like, wow, okay, that's very interesting. Okay, wow. And then somehow one of the girls on the stage, she went up to me and saying something in Spanish. So I said, oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. And then she switched to English and saying, oh, let's have dance or something. So my wife was sitting in front of me.
Like what?
So of course, so I don't want to. So I show my ring, the marriage ring, to the I'm married. But somehow she really insisted. So I was like,
it was so awkward. I was like, what are you doing? Because, I mean, for me, I mean, obviously he was busy. He was like, you know, I don't think he should be dancing with a stranger. That would be different if he would be dancing with my cousins or family and friends, but not with a total stranger. So he was really happy with all the attention. I think he was so happy with all the attention.
I mean, I literally said, I'm married. I showed my ring.
But he was smiling and laughing so much.
I mean, so of course, what should I do? Should I cry?
Anyway, he was really popular in Colombia. He had a lot of fun and a lot of attention, so that's why he loved it so much.
Oh yeah, we should definitely go to Colombia again. I'm not because of a woman. Anyway, it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
One thing I just couldn't believe in Colombia. So we went to a couple of attractions. We went to some more places, and I wanted to take pictures. Of course, I want to capture the moments and, you know, taking pictures with her. But every time I wanted to take pictures, she was really nervous, and she kept saying to me like, I must not do that because we are in danger.
I mean, no, because we were in downtown Bogota, which I don't think is the safest place to be taking out your super new and expensive cell phone. So he didn't understand. Like, Korea is pretty safe for like petty crime, you know, for like robs and stuff. But in Colombia, you can be robbed easily, especially like you are a foreigner, so you're like easy target. So I was just saying, if we are in a restaurant, coffee shop, even the mall, it will be okay. But just in downtown, in the middle of, like, you know, the city, I don't feel comfortable, and I'm even from Bogota. I don't know the city well, so just don't do that, you know.
I mean, but full of people in the street.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Colombians are nice.
Yeah, it doesn't mean, but people is still. I mean, you cannot compare the security. It's just different, you know. So.
Yeah, I feel really.
Yeah.
Really different. Just full of people, but I couldn't take my cell phone out. So.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just a Colombian thing. That happens at many places in the world. Just you are really used to Korea, and that doesn't really happen here. So that's the difference. So
I remember some moments I really wanted to take pictures, so I took my cell phone out from my pocket, like take a picture like this, and then take a picture like this.
Yeah, so like sadly, I feel like Colombians, we don't really feel comfortable like showing our stuff outside. He couldn't really understand because I don't know, Korean. They have like different standards for safety. Okay. So what else? For me, the most like amazing thing about Colombia is the nature, definitely. Like we have so many beautiful places, and as I said before, we have everything for everybody. Like if you want to go to the forest, Amazon, the jungle, if you want to go to the desert, if you want to go to the snow mountain, you want to go to like Caribbean beach, we have everything.
I saw we were surrounded by the mountains, so it's like the nature was super pretty. And fresh, and a lot of animals and plants I never ever seen it before. And we went to the cabin.
Oh, sorry, we went to the coffee farm.
Coffee farm. Yes, it's like 1 hour from your city.
Yeah, 1 hour away from Manizales.
And then somehow there's a beautiful cabin, and in the garden somehow I saw there are like 3 or 4 peacocks. Something I can see in Korea in the zoo. So I was like, this is real?
And it was,
I was really shocked to see peacocks in the garden.
It was really nice trip because we saw all the coffee process from the farm, and then the place was just for us. So it was so beautiful. I remember. Like,
yeah, I want to go again.
Yeah, we love to come back. We love to come back.
I heard that Colombia is the second largest biodiversity country in the world. So full of plants, flowers, trees, you know.
Yeah. And so I really miss the diversity.
Speaking of diversity, Korea is one of the most homogeneous countries. So it's only pretty much one race, right? Only Asians. When we went to Colombia, looking all the white and black and indigenous people, they all mixed, so all different.
It's like really diverse, and you can see every city has their own like characteristics, like even the way people look, the way people talk, the food, the weather, the costumes. Like, it's so interesting. It's like when you go traveling in Colombia, you are discovering a new town, you discover a new country. So I think it's really cool. I really miss that. And
talking about food, I love Colombian food actually. I'm not scared to try new different food. So every single food I tried there was so amazing. I like everything.
What do you remember?
I remember chicharrón, frijoles, and what is that? The banana.
A plátano.
Plátano. That was really good too. And some soup on the cream in it. I don't remember the name.
It was white. Ajiaco?
Oh, ajiaco.
Oh, ajiaco is so really good frijoles too. Is like from the Manizales area, Medellin, where it's like paisa. And ajiaco is from Bogota, so it's a little bit different.
Ajiaco was really good too.
Oh, ajiaco was delicious.
Nice.
Food, I'm very hungry.
And also all the fruit and veggies a lot cheaper, and big and fresh and
avocado is like super gigantic and so cheap.
Yeah.
And we have so many kind of fruits.
I tried many different fresh juice. It's really good.
Yeah, I miss the food a lot.
We talked about a couple of things. I was really surprised, things we like about Colombia. But anyway, I really loved the culture, people, food of Colombia, weather actually, especially. So I cannot complain.
Yeah, I really hope we can visit soon. Sarah has been asking.
Sarah went to Colombia too, right?
Yeah, but she was little, so she doesn't
small.
really remember. And she has been asking us to go to Colombia because she thinks she can just take
couple of hours.
Oh yeah, she really wants to go to Colombia. She loves Colombian music. Shakira, for example, she loves Shakira's music, and so yeah, we want to share a little bit about my home country today. If you're curious or you have questions or any comments, please let us know. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and hope you guys like our video. Bye bye. Adios.
Adios.